Yeah, it sounds bad. Yeah, I had the wrong mic turned on, is what it was. Yeah, and I hate that. Like on StreamYard, you can change the mic while you're live. On YouTube, you can't, and that's what fucking irritates me. Yeah, I just had the wrong one turned on. I had the default one turned on, and not my podcast mic. Nope, I haven't seen anything new. Hey, we're getting some people in here now. Holy shit. Can you sing something real quick to make sure it works? No, I cannot. I am not in a singing mood. Damn. Yeah. Because you know when this was gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna get a bigger one for that. Get a bigger one for that one. Okay. Any new movies purchased? Oh, I bought the Kevin Spacey movie Beyond the Sea. I bought that one. I just haven't watched it yet. What's wrong, my dear? No, so because I'm packing some shit too. So most of you guys know that, like, on Facebook, there's a reason why I haven't been live on Saturdays. I used to go live on Saturdays and shit. And the reason why is because I've been selling my autographs and shit on Facebook and everything. And, like, I've gotten a pretty good response on Facebook and everything. I've made more money in the last few months on Facebook than I have ever here on YouTube in 12 years. So it was a nice little gig there. So, and you guys know I've had I'm packing orders and doing like two different things at once. So just bear with me. You have Orlando, Jordan. Okay. So I've seen that it's decent Beyond the Sea. Good. Good. So, now you guys, yeah, I mainly sell wrestling autographs here, like this original Orlando Jordan TNA promo, which I'm actually gonna miss, but so you guys know I've had my problems on YouTube and shit. People with their false allegations and no fucking basis to back it up and all that shit, whatever. So So, you know, being in a wrestling community and shit like that, Jesus. Hold on a sec. Oh shit, what did I miss? Oh, I'm about to get in. I'm getting into it right now. So you guys know for the last few months I've been fucking, you know, selling on Facebook and shit like that. But like the same bullshit that usually happens here on YouTube, you know, minus the false allegations, has been coming up on fucking Facebook and shit like that, you know? And you know, at first I'm just like fucking whatever and shit like that. And like one of the guys that I do the group with and shit like that, Chad, you know, me and Chad are like polar fucking opposites of each other. You know, like I mean, like I'd say like when we're live, he's the total fucking David Spade, and I'm the total fucking Chris Farley. You know, and shit like that. So anyway, so I of course had some fucking run-ins with some people in the community. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a perfect angel and shit. Not all my dark humor goes over. Like, hey, what's Bret Hart's least favorite wrestling move? The stroke. Ha 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 ha. I'm sorry, but that's a funny one. So I've been having some problems and shit like that to the point where like I just want out of it. I'm done. I'm tired of dealing with fucking some of the people in this community. Or community, let me put that, because a community actually helps people and shit like that, you know. If I heard get funny fucking Brett. So see, that threw me off, Brett. Fuck you. So you know, I made this long statement the other day basically saying like, hey, if we get along, hey, cool, awesome, we get along, you know, no problems there. If we don't get along, well then, hey, you know, go fuck yourself. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So last night, you know, I won out. So like I went and got like half of my fucking personal this is like a good portion of my personal collection right here. You know, shit that like I really like, but like, you know, I'm just like, I can live without this shit. You know? So I'm selling on Facebook and everything last night. And now I want to be clear. There's one person in particular that like this dude's even bought from me. He's bought shit from me, actually paid me money for shit, and I've sent him shit. Okay? And like this dude has even come after me for fucking no reason whatsoever because I'm a quote easy target. That's his excuse for coming after me. So I'm just like, all right, well, I don't fucking need that in my life, so I blocked his ass. All right. Now, I'm very brutally honest on the Facebook Lives, especially when it comes to my opinions on professional wrestling. I fucking can't. Like, I'm known as a guy who can't fucking stand Killer Kross. Fuck him. Can't stand him. You know? That's kind of like my stance on Killer Kross. Can't stand him. He sucks. He's shitty. Don't care. So like, when it comes to that, I'll fucking say what I want to say. All right. And even with people that I don't like, I'll say what I don't want to say. Or I just straight up avoid you. You know, there's a couple people who come into the Chad's room and shit like that like they'll say, hey artist, what's up? And like I don't like them, I just ignore them. People have offered me free shit and I decline it because I don't like them. Like there was one cat who was gonna offer me like 4 Lacey Evans cards. And he was like, oh, just give them the artist. And I was like, I don't want them. If they're coming from him, I don't want them. You know, and Chad's like, oh, but that's okay because you like Lacey Evans. And I was like, I don't want those fucking cards. You know? I sold one piece last night starting at $5 just because I didn't like the person I bought it from anymore. You know? So, I mean, that's just the kind of person I am. You know? So last night, hey, Dinah, what's up? So last night I'm selling live, and you know, again, and people are like, "We love your brutal honesty. It's fucking great, woo, yeah." So last night I'm fucking live, and I know the person. And when you block somebody on Facebook, Facebook's like, "This person doesn't exist to you anymore. You can't see their comments unless fucking somebody says it or some shit like that. So, and fuck him. His name's Richard. I don't give a fuck. So this cat's in the room named Richard, and he's still running his fucking mouth and shit. So like, I start running my mouth, obviously, you know, because like I think somebody was trying to outbid him, you know. And I was like, don't let fucking Richard push you around. Don't let his easy target ass push you around. Come on, outbid him and shit like that. And one of the guys, because there was 4 of us on the group sale, and one of the guys was just like, Richard, I think he has you blocked, so he can't see that. I'd calm that down. So obviously he's saying some shit. He's talking some shit. He's talking some smack. Then another guy that I sold the King of the Hill complete set to, he was like, damn, they coming after artists. So there must have been a couple others that I had blocked talking smack about me, because he referred to a group of people. They are coming after artists and shit, you know? So I keep trying to sell and shit like that. I'm trying to sell. I'm not in a good mood. You know, like even Chad brings it up. He was like, wow, you started this piece at 25 and it's at 40. You should be happy. I was like, because I'm annoyed. Leave it alone. You know? And he was like, okay. So, you know, again, for like the 4th time I've said in this statement already, you know, people are just like, we love your brutal honesty. Woo, yeah, awesome. So one of the cats on the fucking live, he sells to the fucking guy I have blocked, Richard, and shit like that. So just as like a backhanded fucking comment, I was just like, okay, now be careful. Now that you sold to him, you've set yourself up to be an easy target. Well, now all of a sudden I'm picking on the guy. You know? Like, hey, can you maybe stop picking on him and blah, blah, blah. You know, and that's somebody on our group chat or our group sale. So I'm just like, all right, I've fucking had it. I didn't say any of this. This is like in a split second right here. I was like, that's it. I fucking had it with all your stupid fucking faces. I've had it with this fucking so-called community, because a community is supposed to be a group of people who fucking help each other and shit like that. You know? I'd murder them with an axe. Trust me, it's getting to that point. You know? Because like some of these people, I'd unplug their fucking life support to plug in my phone. I don't give a shit. Some of them are actually really good down-to-earth people and shit like that. You know? And people know me as a guy that don't put on their shit. I mean, there's actually one cat that like, you know, I didn't like for a while, but like I actually sold to him last night. Because he really wanted the piece I wanted. And I wouldn't sell to him for a while, but he was like, I really want that piece. I was like, if you want it that bad, I'll sell it to you. So, like, people can't say I'm all bad. But, like, to come to me when people are just like, we love your brutal honesty, woo, and shit like that. And then you're going to sit there and tell me to my fucking face, like, well, now you're just picking on them. Go fuck yourself. You know, this is why I wanted out to begin with. You know? That's why I went upstairs the other day and got, like, half my personal collection. You know, this is all the shit that, like, I want to get rid of. All the rest I'm keeping for me and shit like that. You know? That, like, I was trying to get rid of. I sold some of it last night. So, like, I'm just tired. I'm like, you wouldn't think that something so simplistic as a picture signed would cause so much fucking bullshit. You know? I deal with too much bullshit every fucking day. And I'm not going to have fucking signed photos and shit fucking cause even more fucking stress and fucking ignorance, I guess, in my fucking life. Damn, I was in the room for a bit. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, because this happened like 12:30 Central Time, Brendan. So like 9 your time and shit. And then like when I got off, they're like, "Oh, what happened to Will?" I'm just like, "What the fuck you mean what happened to Will? You just sat here and said like, oh, I was picking on somebody." You know, even though this is the person that said my New Year's resolution should be to lose weight and get a haircut and shit like that. Go fuck yourself. I'm not putting up with this shit no more. And I can't wait. I can't wait. And I mean, I'm going to cause even more shit. Because, like, tonight, there's usually a sale. And, like, somebody, and I'm pretty sure I know who it's going to be. It's usually this cat named Leo. And Leo's cool. But, like, Leo's more than likely going to tag me to come into one of the sales. And that's when I'm going to fucking just... I'm telling you people, man, there's 2 things I play very well, and that is petty and that is passive aggressive. And tonight, if I get tagged to come into this fucking room, I'm going to put it on full display. Because I've had it with like half of this fucking community. Like when I posted this on Facebook to say, hey, I'm fucking live talking about this, I tagged a few people who are in this community. Like, hey, maybe you should come watch this. You know? Because I'm over it, man. I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't sit there and say, like, hey, we appreciate your brutal honesty, and then fucking get all mad at me because, like, fucking I'm saying shit like, well, hey, now that you've sold to him and shit, you might be an easy target. You can't get mad at me for that shit. You know? Real good vibe in here right now. Real good. Like dad just smacked mom at the dinner table. You know? There's one or two people in the room that sell stuff that kind of annoy the hell out of me, but they did nothing to me. That's fine. No, because there are people who annoy me. You know, again, I sold to one of them last different guy. There's one guy that like he kind of annoyed me for a while to the point where like I unfriended him on Facebook and shit like that because he was just fucking annoying. Plus, I don't like his shipping process, but that's a whole different thing. But I mean, hey, I put up a $50 item and he's just like, and he bought it. You see, and that's another thing. Yeah, because last night Chad was asking me something about the podcast. He was like, how come y'all don't do video? And in the middle of the fucking explanation, Brandon was just like, yeah, so we got this for sale. I'm like, motherfucker, didn't you hear me talking? Like, I'm explaining, I'm answering Chad's question as to why we don't do video, and you're just jumping in with the fucking, like, so, like, I didn't even go back to it. I just shut up on that one. I fucking had it up to here, dude. Because like I was pretty excited too. I was like, all right, back on group sale, man. I got a fuck ton to sell. Usually I'm like resorting to like DVDs and fucking board games and shit, but like I have a good amount of shit to sell here. You know, some of it sold, some of it didn't. You know, and shit like that. But like now, this whole stack's for sale. I'll sell the whole stack for like one price. I don't give a shit. You know, I had some metallics for sale. I had some rare, well, not rare, but I had like some cool ones like Disco Inferno. I had the Patriot, you know, who passed away, man. I had some good shit for sale. You know, I'm here. I went to Taco Bell. Oh, you done missed everything I talked about. Because I'm tired of the fucking bullshittery in that fucking community. There's only like one room that like I actually like have fun being in now, and that's Dan Sky's room. That's the only one I really have fun being in now. Dan's the only one that I feel that like fucking never really did me dirty and shit like that. Which, speaking of Dan Sky, I got chicken wings to talk about. You know, I don't really go to Taco Bell that much anymore. But speaking of Dan Sky, wow. I'm about to go into the store, but yeah, I love Dan Sky as well. Yeah, Dan's a good guy. I like Dan. All right. Apparently, some people, because some of the people I tagged from the autograph community are watching. You know, I mainly tagged you guys just so you guys could hear what I have to say. I apologize that you can't comment. Like I've said before, I've had bullshittery happen on YouTube before, so I usually put a time limit on commenters. So you have to be a subscriber of 2 months before you can comment. So if you are one of the people I tagged from Facebook to come in here and watch, I apologize. Just kind of sit back, relax. I've already ranted about everything I need to rant about, especially after what happened last night, because like I'm just sick of it and shit. Synopsis: Will gave this guy shit. Shut up, Brett. You're not helping. I'm not in the mood for your shit. That's one. Just because I'm not in the mood for your shit. I just don't know what else to say. Because, like, it's a double-edged sword. People sit there and say, like, oh, Will, we love your brutal honesty on group sales and shit like that. Maybe that's desktop only. Okay. What happened? Now you can recap. I seen you invited me to the law. I did sell some stuff, but you also missed me fucking leaving in the middle of the auction. Because I got tired of the bullshittery. Like, I left at like 12. And it wasn't like, hey, everybody, I'm going to go. Or, hey, everybody, I got to leave. No, I just fucking hit left. Like, there's a button on Zoom that just says leave. And I just fucking left. Because, like, I was fucking over it. I'm not going to sit there and have people say, like, oh, we appreciate your brutal honesty, Will, and your banter's so witty and shit like that. But then when somebody's, when somebody has fucked with me, when somebody who is not only fucked with me, but is also bought from me, you're going to sit there and buy from me. You're going to sit there and spend your fucking hard-earned money with me, then turn around and fucking insult me. All right? And then continue to insult me, even though you're blocked. And then when I retaliate, a motherfucker who's on our group sale is going to be like, oh, well, Will, now you're just picking on him. What? Excuse me? Beg pardon? Like, you're seriously not going to try and make me the villain in this situation, because that's one thing I learned fucking 8 years ago, is that if you want to make me the villain, I'll become the villain. That's all there is to that one. The more you make me the villain, the more I'll become it. Again, like I said a few minutes ago, nobody plays petty or passive aggressive better than me. If it was in a fucking Olympic sport, there's nobody better. Anybody else? Comments, questions, concerns? These are moral lives I gotta have, man. I get numbers here. Well, I know 9's not a lot, but shit, that's good for me. Fuck. Just start pissing me off more often, shit. But then I get pissed off that I'm getting pissed off, so that's a double-edged sword too. And then, like, once I get off the live, they're like, Will, where did Will go? And they're like, oh, I think he got upset. And then one of the guys are just like, yeah, he was poking too much. I'm like, are you shitting me? You're fucking kidding. You're going to put it on me. Brett, that's 2. Like, I almost canceled my order with the guy just because I didn't want to put up with it and shit, because I ordered something from him. The only reason I didn't order is because it was a fucking Alicia Fox. That's the only reason I didn't cancel the fucking order. Why they pick on you because you sell stuff? Don't mean you're homeless. Chad sells stuff, but they're not calling him homeless. Well, no, this ain't even about the homeless thing. It's not even that. One of the guys I sold to, like, all of a sudden one day was just like, I think Chad was like, what's your new, like, 2 weeks ago was like, what's your New Year's resolution? I was like, oh. And one of the guys I've sold to twice, mind you, was just like, oh, is it to lose weight, shave, or get a haircut? And I was just like, really, asshole? Like, what the fuck did I do to you? Been one thing if, like, I took a shit in your package, which in retrospect, I really wish I would have did now. Which shit, I have his address. Fuck, I could do that. Just send him a package full of my shit, which, oh my God, that's an idea. I gotta write that down. I'll write it down later. I'll remember it. But now that he's blocked and everything, I can't see his comments, but, like, I know he's talking smack about me because somebody's just like, oh, he can't see your comments, so you might want to calm down with that and shit like that. But then when I retaliate, all of a sudden I'm picking on him. Like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. You know, there's just, and it's not just the toxicity in the fucking community either. There's a whole bunch of other bullshittery that happens too. You know, like I think there's people who favor other people just because they spend more money on them. You know? What are you doing?
I'm gonna get my other glasses.
Like there's people who they favor people just because they spend more money on them. Because I know there's been times on Facebook where, like, I know I've been the first bidder, and yeah, I would have gotten outbid later anyway. You know? No, and somebody's messaging me via Facebook, and no, I know you don't favor people, Chad. No, I'm saying other people do. Because I know there's been, and I know it's only happened one time in Chad's room where, like, I know I was first. You know, bidding and shit like that. But like there was other times where like I know I was first bidding. Because like I won't reveal this name because he's a very well respected dude in the community and everything. And he's real cool and shit like that. But like he comes in and he'll drop some money. He'll come into a room and he'll drop some, I mean, he'll drop money like it's fucking tissue paper, man. Like it's nothing and shit like that. So if this cat comes into, like, it's like when he comes into a room, man, people don't even want to bid because it's just like, well, fuck, he's gonna win, you know, like fuck, and he's always buying certain Undertaker pieces and shit like that. But this one night we were bidding, I actually went up against him, and that's fucking stupid for me. But like we were bidding on a Nia Jax piece, and this was before I had a Nia Jax piece and shit like that. But like I know for a fact, I know I was. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But like I know I had to bid in first. And again, I would have been outbid later. But it's just the principle of the fact that like I know I had to bid in first, and they're gonna be like, oh well, he was in first. And I'm just like, no, he wasn't. They're like, yeah, he was. I was just like, I just let it go because I'm just like, you know, that cat drops thousands of dollars in here, whereas I drop fucking 20s of dollars. So I know you're going to favor him because you're going to get more money out of him than me. You know, it's bullshit like that happens. Plus, it's bullshit like, hey, I'm going to need $5 for shipping. Okay, here's your $5. And then when I get my package, it says 51-cent shipping on there. That's another bullshit thing that happens. That's why when I ship to people, like, if you send me $10 for shipping and your shipping comes back at like $5.50, I'm going to send you a $4.50 refund. That's all there is to it. Because my gas and shit like that, that's not your concern. That's my concern. And shit like that. That's another fucking bullshit thing that, like, I can't put up with anymore. You know? And then when I just, you know, you're going to message me and be like, oh, there was no cardboard in this. I'm like, did you get your shit safe? Don't fucking message me unless you got your shit safe. Unless it's to say thank you. If you want to message me and say thank you, do that. You know? Like, there's just too much shit over fucking pieces of paper with fucking words on them, and I can't keep putting up with it. No, is that the one you sold Rugrats to, or not college? No, I sold Rugrats to somebody else. But I'm like, after last night, I've fucking had it. Like this, like if somebody were to make me a reasonable offer on this whole stack right here, I'd probably take it. Because then I'd be out. You know, I wouldn't have to worry about it no more. A reasonable offer. Don't come at me with like $20 or some shit like that. Oh shit, after last night, I might take the $20. Who fuck knows? Just so I can get the fuck out of my house. Because pretty soon I'm gonna start leaving some groups and shit like that because, you know, like fucking, that's another thing. I'm like part of like 9 groups, and I was just like, dude, all these cats like wrestling and shit. So once I started the podcast and everything, I can use the groups to promote my podcast and shit. So like every Wednesday when the podcast comes out and shit, I go in there and promote the podcast. And like some of the groups, you have to approve the post and shit like that. Well, like the podcast premieres. Okay, so like I kind of want to get foot traffic in there as it's premiering. Well, some of the groups, they don't approve the post until the next day, which I'm like, that kind of defeats the whole fucking purpose of why I'm posting it here. You know? Like just small shit like that, but like the small shit kind of builds up too. But like it's mainly the toxicity that I'm just like, I'm fucking over. Like the little shit I was kind of dealing with. Like, you know, you're waiting a day to approve my post on a podcast, which I'm like, kind of defeats the purpose because I'm trying to get foot traffic in there. But whatever. You know? Like I won't name any specific groups, but there's one in particular that fucking always does it. They always wait a day before they approve it. And I'm just like, what's even the point? You know? Because like I always want to get in as many groups as possible while it's premiering, so I can fucking you know, get as many eyes on it as possible and shit like that. You know? But like I'm not going to keep I'm not going to keep being treated like a villain when like fucking I'm like basically just doing the same thing people do to me. You know, like I'm not going to be like, "Oh, hey, be careful." You know, now that you've sold to him, you've set yourself up to be an easy target, and then I get chastised for picking on somebody. Like, suck my ass. No, we're not doing that no more. You know? Anybody else with some questions, comments, or concerns? Because that's what mystified me about that last night is when they were just like, "Oh, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Will." I'm just like, "What the fuck do you mean what happened to Will? I fucking left. There was really nothing else to figure out there, Copernicus. I was fucking done." Like a whole week, people were leaving comments on a post saying like, "Oh, dude, we fucking love your brutal honesty and shit like that. We fucking, oh, dude, we love that shit, man." And then when I'm brutally honest, people can't handle it, or people take it as I'm poking or I'm picking on someone. Bullshit. I'll give you $5, dude. At this point, I'd probably even consider it. Oh, by the way, though, Jason, I do got you a box for your stuff here. By the way, everything's in here thus far. So, and plus, there's room for more shit in case you buy shit. So, in case you get any more shit. But no, I really couldn't. I really couldn't do 5 on this because this right here cost me 30 alone. So, like some of them in here were rather cheap. All right, turns out, all right, numbers went down. My rant is over. No, I'd probably offer you 55, but even 55 is low, probably. 55. Because there's only one in here that's not for sale, and that's this one. That's the only one that's not for sale is Martin Cassius. Yeah, 55. Yeah, I logistically, trust me, I would want to do 55 just to get all this bullshit out of my house. But yeah, logistically, I couldn't do 55. I think an honest, reasonable number on the stack would probably be. Let me look at these here. That's cheap. That's a good price. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Shotzi Blackheart. That right there. That right there. That's an original promo. That's PSA certed. I would offer you on your stuff. Can't comment. Yes, if anybody's watching from Facebook, fuck, I didn't even know Bobby was watching. But if anybody's watching from Facebook, if you can't comment, I apologize because you have to be a subscriber for 2 months. I mainly just posted in the group and tagged a few people because I had shit to say, and I was frustrated as fuck because like I am done with certain people in this community. Bobby's not one of them. Bobby's a good guy. I've gotten some cheap shit off of Bobby. In fact, Bobby, one of the autographs I got from Bobby was actually a mystery person last night. Where is it? So if you would have bought this last night, you would have got the smudged Madison Rain with it. As much as I love Maddie Rain, but it can go. I don't know. I think shit. I don't even know what number on the stack. I'd have to look at everything here. Okay. Because I got a Rhea Ripley. I was going to try and sell DDP. Will, can you throw in that Pennywise coaster? Yeah, I gotcha. Pennywise. I don't know if I can find it. It's probably on the floor. I'll find it. Oh. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll throw it in. I'm sure it's laying around here somewhere. Do I have Kevin Owens or Scott Hall? I do not. I collect more of the oddball people, like the Patriot, Del Wilkes, I do have some normal people. I mean, like Rhea Ripley, which I only have this Rhea Ripley because this is Rhea Ripley when she was hot still. Now she's not so hot, but I was like, I can get rid of it. I don't care. Oh, yeah, Kylie Ray is not for sale, but Simon Gotch is, as much as I like Simon Gotch. I don't know. Oh, what's it? Yeah, no, it's not the one that's dead. It's the Doink that I have is actually Ray Apollo. He was technically he was the third Doink if you don't count Stephen Kern. So there's Doink, and then you get Dink on the back, who was his small sidekick. Not an original promo. This is a copy. I do have a couple metallics. Raquel, Sonya Deville. Kimberly, original promo. Fandango. Got James Ellsworth Spotlight, which I was going to get that encapsulated, but, why waste my money on that bullshit now? Dexter Lumis, I'm kind of torn on because I fucking love me some Dexter Lumis, but if I sell Indy Hartwell, I feel like Dexter Lumis has got to go with it. Well, to be clear, Jason, the actual picture is a reprint. The actual autograph is for real. But the both autographs. If you wanted Doink and Dink, I could do both for you, Jason. I'll throw it in for 20 for both. I paid way more for the Doink, just so you know, but I'll do both for 20. A buddy of mine, 20 is 25 fair? 25 is fair. I'll take 25. 20. Okay, damn. Talked my way out of $5. Yeah, just know I pay way more. I pay way more for the doink. Just so you know, I overpaid for that doink because I bought it from Big Time Wrestling, which. I know one of my friends wanted Danhausen. I gotta see if he still wants the Danhausen. Plus, I still got the oversizes that I need to get rid of. And I still have the Mandy, which I'm surprised I still have the Mandy Dana Brooke and the Sonya Deville and the Alexa Bliss. I still got those. But yeah, so again, if you're watching from Facebook, my rant is over. So if you're waiting for me to rant anymore, you can rewind this and watch that rant again because I'm done. And I apologize again that you couldn't comment because you have to be a subscriber here more than 2 months to comment. So I apologize that you couldn't comment, but I do appreciate you guys coming over and listening to me rant. Some of y'all, it was for good reason why I tagged you on. Some of y'all, I just figured y'all would like to hear it. So. Okay, 25. Okay, all right, good. I was about to say, damn, I talked myself out of fucking $5. What's my total? So it was 125 because you had to hit monkey. So if you add the doink, you're at 150. I'm gonna have to start leaving a counter for myself. Jason right now is on the ArtistV1 payment plan. The only person I'll let be on a payment plan. Yeah, because probably once I send these orders out that I have up here that I sold last night, because I only sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I sold 8 things last night, which made a good chunk of change for. Plus, I bought an Alicia Fox autograph and an Alicia Fox card, so that, I'm already down some profits there. But let me see here. Hold on. You'll get it. May just be a little time, but I'll definitely pay it. Just hope it's no rush. Well, if we keep adding to it, might be a little bit longer. I mean, I know you're good for it, but we keep adding to it. So I technically last night I made 185 before shipping, and with the Alicia Fox card and autograph that I bought, I've technically made 120. Plus, I should just cancel that fucking order for that Dixie Carter that I made. I might do that because fuck them. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know why all of a sudden I started fucking buying Dixie Carters. I had 0 Dixie Carters. Now all of a sudden I have 3 coming. I just have this one. This is the only one I got, which when I bought it, I had COVID. I was originally going to use it for trade fodder because there was a certain Alexa Bliss I was looking for. And then I actually found somebody with the Alexa Bliss, and I offered him this, but he was like, I really need the money instead. I was like, fair enough. No problem. So, yeah, this is the only one I got. Because it was a bargain that I got it at. Because her autograph doesn't go for cheap. You know, it's a nice photo, though. It is nice. JSA sorted with card. That's a good one. The only person, there's only a couple people I have multiples of, and that's Charlotte, Lacey Evans, of course, Tessa Blanchard. Believe it or not, I actually have 2 Velveteen Dreams now, which, I mean, there's some people out there who don't have 1, let alone 2. Technically, I have 2 Nia Jacksons, but I'm trying to get rid of 1. Technically, 2 Sonya Devilles. Oh, I actually have like 2 Crowbars. Yeah, I actually have 2 Crowbars. Ric Flair can cost you anywhere between, depending on who sells it to you, anywhere between I mean, I've seen them go for as low as 50 all the way up to hold on a sec. What was I saying? Ric Flair. Ric Flair can cost you anywhere from 50, and that's on the low end. That's if you get lucky, you know. But his can go 150, you know. And Charlotte Flair again, like I've gotten a Charlotte for $20 before. But like yeah, it just really depends. You know, like I've paid 40 for Charlotte. I've paid 35 for Charlotte. I was bidding one time where I went as high as 75 on a Charlotte, and I stopped. I mean, the most expensive person you're going to find is Andre the Giant, more than likely. That or no, it'd still be less than Andre the Giant, but I saw Dino Bravo go for 3,000, which I kind of wanted Dino Bravo. I was like, man, I want a Dino Bravo, man, but not for $3,000. I don't want him. You fucking kidding me? Me and a wrestler next week. Canadian Mike Pappas. I don't know Mike Pappas. I don't know that one. It sounds familiar, Mike Pappas, but like I can't put a name, a face to the name. Well, I did my rant and everything. Looks like the audience died out. It's just Jason talking, so I'm gonna head out of here. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bob Saget is gone. Man, ain't that a shame? Bob Saget. All right. So yep, I'm gonna head out for the evening, you guys. Really can't continue a show after that fucking rant, you know. So until next time, guys, be breezy.